now, because I think that one will really get to the crux of why we're so gung-ho about Stellar. And I know we kind of mentioned some of the topics in earlier slides, but this next slide, I think, will be the most telling of them all. Because I've been saying for a long time, for a couple of years now, Stellar is a keystone of the QFS. Now, why is that? Because in the beginning, people only knew of Stellar as the new stock market, because we already have confirmation that the stock market, when it crashes, it comes into Stellar. But then it evolved from there. The next iteration was Stellar is the global retail payments, and XRP is the global infrastructure payments. Nope, that was also wrong. The narrative shift again. So now we have all these different kinds of assets in Stellar, and who knows, like in the next couple of months or next couple of years, there might be even more categories that we're going to learn about. Because guys, everything right now is being built in front of our eyes. So we're seeing the birthing of a new financial system, and that's why the categories can change and they can add more types of tokens over time. So, the first one, again, QFS, quantum computer governance, all of that is only on Stellar. CBDCs, we mentioned how literally they destroy the cabal banking system. They're also only on Stellar. We've got stablecoins. What is a stablecoin? It means it's a one-to-one pegging between your digital currency and your physical currency. And we all know that in the future, all our physical assets or physical monetary assets will only be minted by the treasury departments of the world, because it has to be a sovereign note. And because of something called Bretton Woods 3, these physical notes have to be backed by physical metals and commodities. And so when you have a stable coin and it's pegged to a digital currency, that means all the digital stable coins are also backed by these same physical precious metals and commodities all over the world. So what are commodities? Things like, diamonds or oil and corn, wheat, salt, coffee. I mean, pretty much anything that anybody understands to be a commodity is what's backing our stable coins right now. Right? Government bonds, every single, I mentioned that a second ago, every single commodity, smart contracts, infrastructure payment rails. So things like, Swift system, their deadline to come into Stellar is actually, to come into the ISO 20022 compliant blockchain is actually coming this month. It's March 20th, guys. So Swift is coming in. I think everybody understands Swift. SPF, SFMS, Fedwire, I mean, chips, chaps, everything is coming into Stellar. We've got the stock market I mentioned a second ago, but it's not just a stock market, even inside of a company. So for instance, like IBM as an example, right? IBM is a company, Hyperledger is a service, but within Hyperledger, you have all these different suite of products. So in the future, even the products are going to be tokenized and coming onto the Stellar blockchain. We mentioned quantum voting earlier. Here's the big thing, guys. Stellar is the only blockchain in the entire world that can actually have a system where you wrap, meaning you bring in every other asset on every other blockchain and those blockchains themselves into Stellar. So if people have been hearing the term we're forking all the other crypto into this new crypto, that forking is literally the wrapping of those assets, the wrapping of those blockchains, and making them compliant and compatible with the Stellar network. And that's being done through something called Sorabon, if you want to go and research that.
Is that you're talking now wrapping Bitcoin, wrapping
Yes.
Ethereum, and all those coins that are not compliant to that ISO 20022?
Correct. So the native coins.
You already have XRP, right?
Yeah.
Emily, we already have XRP.
We have wrapped XRP, right. Wrapped Algo, wrapped XTC, right. Wrapped Bitcoin, wrapped Ethereum, wrapped, I think we might have wrapped Tether as well. I got to go double check on that one. Yeah. We have wrapped so many of everything already on the Stellar blockchain. That's how you bring
other blockchain can do that.
Over. Exactly. So we're talking about trillions of dollars of volume in all those other blockchains with those, those representative assets. When you wrap it, you move the volume over, not the functionality, just the money behind it. And that's how you flush.
And also the stock market, okay, we expect it to collapse, right? There's nothing built out there aside from on Stellar that can accommodate the money from the market, because you have indexes all over the world. You have companies all over the world. The index exchanges has every country in it on the index exchanges, and it'll be for various purposes. But if you crash it today, where would you put the money?
Yeah,
there's only
it's
one
not
place.
Disappears in the thin air.
That's it. So that's how you know that it's going to be accommodating all the other monies, because there is no place to go anywhere else. You can't move it to Bitcoins ledger. You can't move it to any one of them, none of them. That this is the only one that has it already built into it, and the commodities too. Countries that don't have gold will be backing their currencies with whatever commodities they have. So that those are tokenized as well, and they're on Stellar. So I mean,
Yeah.
you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure out the whole infrastructure moving forward is on Stellar. There's no other place.
I just,
Yep.
what it surprises me is that, come on, we've been doing this beta testing on the Stellar blockchain network for what, a year and a half or so. And yet so many, there's so little information, or at least the financial business is not backing you guys are, or just the Stellar initiatives, or just all the projects that are being uploaded and being